Man, like mileage, 5-2 win, comfortable. Bruno Fernandes at the heart of it once again. I mean, are we even going to get bored of saying that? No, I won't get bored. I don't know about you. Greenwood, amazing again. Martial, great goal. Like, just brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, so many positives, man. Going forward, we look unreal, man. Like, there's just so much going on. Like, you got Greenwood as well coming in doing his thing. Like, for someone his age, he's the last person you expect to be throwing up them kind of numbers that he's throwing up. Do you know what I'm saying? It's completely like, and if one of our attackers happens to have a bad game, it's like, cool, Martial's there, or cool, Rashford's there. Someone's there to chip in with the goals. There's so many goals and so many different areas of the pitch. It's wonderful to see, man.
It is sick, and look, we've been there, game in, game out, when we're traveling to games, and seeing us just like not be able to create. And I'm not going to lie, today, because it's the first time we've been losing. Well, I know we was losing against Spurs, to be fair, but post playing well, I just felt a bit of Man United arrogance again. I felt like annoyed that we conceded a goal in that manner because it was poor, but I still was like, our attackers are going to do the thing. Bruno's going to create. Like, we're still going to win the game. Did you feel that a bit arrogance, or was you still a bit? Oh, I don't know.
I kind of went back into the place in my mind.
Oh, I knew it. It's typical.
How many times, have you and I traveled up to OT and away places all over the country? Yeah, the last time we went to Bournemouth, I didn't go with you. I went on the train by myself. Yeah, traveled to Bournemouth to see us get slapped like that, and then do fan cams in the rain. It was the worst. So my mind
that day as well. Remember, hat blew off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rio Ferdinand was walking around.
Yeah.
Like, all of those games just come back to my mind, and I can't help but be like, man, I don't know what's going to happen, because obviously we had that run where, when we go a goal down, we don't come back and win the game. Sometimes we don't even come back and draw the game. Too many things happen. So I kind of like fell back into that thing of like, you know what, man? And you know what? The only reason I fell back into that was because every game is must win. So like we're riding on this high of like, yeah, we're going to win every game, blah, blah, blah. But then you forget and you're like, but what happens if someone does score first? Are we going to go back to the old United?
Have they answered your question now? Do you feel more comfortable with that now, thinking, you know what? You look at our attack, you look at how the players didn't panic, especially our front line and our midfield, especially with the, our back line or the centre halves or whatever you want to call it, the two individuals who are making mistakes, whatever you want to call it. They weren't filling the rest of the team with confidence, but actually Mason Greenwood stood up, give me the ball, I'll have that. Rashford was like, give me it all the time. Martial, boom, see what he done. Bruno always wants it. Did that put your mind at ease now, though?
Yeah, big time, man. I mean, we always go back to talking about Bruno. Him being in that team, man, it just adds so much. And you know what? I don't even think he had his best game today. Do you know what I'm saying? But he still contributed so much. The free kick, all like just everything, man. And then obviously the front three, Martial bagging what is. I scream, man. And then Rashford, who I don't think has had the best start coming back from, after the quarantine and all of that. But yeah, man, there's just so many goals in that team. Like, you don't know who's going to score the goals, and it's looking like every week someone can get a hat trick. It's a shame Mason wasn't able to stay on and get his hat trick, but he'll just be rested and he'll probably bang some more goals from now until the end of the season.
How good can this kid get though, man? Because like I know you never want to get carried away. You never want to have that, Federico Macheda story or that this guy's going to be this. He's definitely going to be this, and you rave and you shout, and they never fulfill it. So you don't want to put too much pressure on him. But with what he's doing on the pitch, you can't help but think like the sky's the limit. Like, how good do you think he could be?
Yeah, I mean, who else is a player for his age is doing what he's doing?
The question is always Martinelli.
I mean, they're always throwing
doing well. Saka's doing well, but not in the same, nowhere near Mason Greenwood. I know. Look, Mbappe's a bit of a different story because he's 19 as well, so 19, 20, I think. So yeah. we'll leave Mbappe over there. But in terms of what Mason Greenwood's doing across Europe, I know Fatty at Barcelona, he's doing good things. But look, Mason is what we're saying is here. Forget all of that. We're saying that he is up there with the top talent in the world for that age.
And especially for his age as well. Look at the numbers he's putting up. Definitely, if you put him amongst like the Phil Fodens and all these guys that are looking really sick at a young age, he has to be up there, like top 2, top 3, whatever.
Got 16 goals this year.
Say that again.
Got 16 goals this year.
Yeah, I mean, forget about it, man. He's easily one of the best youngsters in the world. Like, if not, some would say he's the best. Like, and I wouldn't hold you for saying that. Like, left foot, obviously, he's left-footed. That right-footed goal, bro. Like, what? Like, some right-footed players, like, wouldn't even be able to score a goal like that. He was so like his angle was so far off. How do you pull that back in to get top bins like that?
And his willingness to actually go onto his right foot, because where he was, he could have tried to attack the goal, like, and go towards the goal, but he kind of went wide a little bit. He just trusted his right. He's like, what, you want to show? I can go that way if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah. Whoever that defender was trying to show him onto his right foot, bro. Take me there. That's where I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, he's unreal. Like, I wouldn't like hold back and say, and be like, oh, we don't want to put too much praise on him or pressure on him, because he eats up the pressure. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's doing it. Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, oh man, he's so cold. And obviously Martial's bagged a wonderful goal today, yeah. And I know that Mason is more of an out and out striker than, let's say, Martial. I know Martial is an out and out striker, but Mason is like out and out.
Proper. Yeah.
You never know, if Martial ever dipped in form, Mason could force him out, Martial onto the right, and then Mason through the center. But with what he's doing now, coming off the wing, man, he's incredible, man. He's doing
with I know you've always had your thoughts on Ollie and where it was going, and you're very much a man who kind of, when it's down in the dumps, sometimes you could be like, oh man, I don't know how we're going to get out of this. But equally, when you see positivity, you're the first to kind of say you can see it. Can you see what's going on now with Ollie? Can you see, like, actually, boy, we're onto something. He's building something here.
I can, and it's not just because we've got some good results. It's our style of play, and every manager needs the right players to kind of to help their system come alive. And
we've seen it with the likes of Pep, with the likes of Klopp. They had to wait to get their players.
And those managers
as good as managers. I'm just saying.
But you make a great point, because those managers weren't as great. They weren't really winning titles. Klopp certainly wasn't anyway before they got those key signings. And Bruno is that key signing for us. I still think, obviously, we'll come on to it. Our defense is now looking shaky, and there's now the place we need to definitely go and look at getting someone in. But he's got Bruno Fernandes in, and now his system and his style of play is looking like it's doing something. And I was really happy with what he said in the press conference about, one of the journalists was saying, oh, you've got an easy run. And he was like, big man, like, we've got teams. We haven't got no points.
Yeah, I did like that.
This is, if you really want to think about it and compare points, we've got the hardest running, if you think about it, because you and I, we go to all these games and we lose all these games.
Well, it's one of them ones where it's the hardest running, not hardest running, but because we've dropped points to all of them teams, you could argue that, it's not as easy as you may think, but on paper, we've got the easiest run.
On paper, but then it was easy as well. Like, it's not, there's nothing any different with how we're going into the games. When we played Bournemouth last, we're like, we'll go and slap them. No, that didn't happen. Do you know what I'm saying? And we had signs of that when they scored their first goal. What's his name, letting the ball through his legs. I can't believe that, to be honest. And then De Gea as well. Like
how worried? Let's finish off on that, Miles. How worried are you? Look, it's been a great day. We've won the game 5-2, but it's important to talk about every aspect. How worried are you with those little mistakes? Were they blips from Harry Maguire? De Gea, you can't say that's a blip. He's been doing it for a while. Yeah. Does that continue to worry you?
Yes, it does with Maguire, especially because you see what Bergwijn did to him in the Tottenham game. He just missed. He needs to judge. He needs to know that he's not fast, clearly, and just judge what he's going to do because he knows he's not fast. So people are
this one weren't even about speed. This was him.
It wasn't.
And then second half gave the ball away straight away, led to a penalty.
Where's the football IQ? Like, he's literally like, he knew what was happening. He just rolled through. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. That should not happen to any centre back at all. I can't believe he's allowed that to happen. And I go a little bit further. I don't want to be too harsh on him, but it's like we were kind of quick to give him the captaincy after not being here for even a year, and it's like, well, now we need to look at a centre back, but then you look at half time, who comes off? Not Maguire, Lindelof.
Yeah,
because him the captaincy, so now you can't take him off because people are going to talk. You've given him the captaincy, and now he's making some serious errors. So, kind of why did we give him the captaincy so early? Okay, he should be in our team, and we need another defender, but he's the one making some of the mistakes now. So that needs to be looked at and sorted out real quick.
Interesting. Finish off, Miles. Who's your man of the match?
Damn, man of the match. I'll give it to Greenwood. He's eating up any pressure you throw at him. He's eating it up.
Agreed, bro. Listen, catch you on the next game, my friend.
Yes, bro. Much love. See you soon.
Enjoy the rest of the evening. Hopefully, we get a draw in this Wolves game. Big up, man.